What's up, guys? If you've been following me for quite a bit now, you know that door knocking is something that I do quite religiously, at least 3-4 times a week. The amount of days that I do it is a bit reduced just because I do a lot of combination between cold calling, door knocking, and other forms of prospecting now. But that's still a staple in my business. Now, there are a couple of things that I learned from door knocking that I bet you guys can apply as well, especially when you're a little bit newer and not really sure of the nuances that happen during the activity. So I was on a webinar with Brian Casella recently. Great guy, great mentor of mine. I listened to a lot of his videos or watch them and invest in some of his coaching and part of some of his groups right now. He has a great term that I've never heard of before, and it's called guilty by association. Maybe he learned it from somewhere, but essentially what that term is, for example, you knock on a door, without you doing anything specific, people associate you with something negative. What can that negative experience be? Well, another pushy salesperson, a religious person, some other salesperson like Terminix, or I don't know, pest control company, wearing a shirt, polo and shorts and all that. You know, without even you do anything, they associate you with some group or organization that has nothing to do with you. You know, why is that? Well, if you take a look at your attire, right? Take my white shirt, for example. If I were to knock on someone's door with this white shirt, what would they think I belong to? Probably a religion, right? Now, you want to avoid that at all costs because whatever excuse people have to not open the door, they're going to take it most likely. I don't know. I've never been on the other side of the door with me knocking on it, so I can only assume. But whenever I'm out door knocking, you know, I sport the pink shirt, blue shirt, something colorful. Maybe at times when I don't have stuff to wear, I wear the gray polo. But rarely, I don't know, probably the last 6 months, I haven't worn a white shirt when door knocking. It's because I don't want to be associated with someone who, you know, isn't going to contribute to someone's day. Not saying that they are bad people or anything. It's just that they've been so conditioned to think otherwise that they just turn them off completely. I want to be different. And another one of the traits that I believe makes me advantageous when I'm at the door is my youth, right? Do they ever see someone this young knocking on their door? Probably not. It's mostly older gentlemen, older women, you know, along with the attire that they wear, right? I'm someone who's different, okay? Someone different is always going to pique someone's interest, whatever it may be. It might be an unconscious response, but if it's something that gets them to open the door, then you got to take advantage of that, right? Now, I remember an interaction I had recently with another gentleman. Another lead that I found through door knocking, potential seller. It's funny, you know. You never know until you know. So this is what happened. I knocked on his door. He has a screen door, you know, those two screen doors and then the actual door. He opened the actual door. The screen door was still there. I went into my pitch, my script, you call it, said hi, etc., etc. Told him that there was an open house nearby, all that stuff. And then a funny thing happened. As soon as we started talking, and then I connected with him, at the end he said, you know, I wouldn't open the door for anyone else, like an older gentleman with a suit or a tie. The reason I opened the door for you is because you're kind of young. And that kind of made me start thinking a little bit, you know. Never have I ever heard anyone say something like that, okay? And once I heard that, I started thinking, what other moments out there, what other human interactions I've had where people thought that, or people opened the door just because I was something different, you know? Think about that for a second. Isn't that powerful? For example, an expired listing. Get tons of agents calling them, maybe knocking on their door. I don't know how your market is, but imagine you separating yourself from the competition just by something that's different. Your age, your looks, the attire that you wear. You know, some of them you can't control, some of them you can't. Stick with what you got and move on, right? But imagine the power of you being different, being separate from the social norm. That's important, right? So, a couple things that you can do, that you can take away from this video. Wear something colorful, wear something different. Of course, be professional, be pleasant. Don't be over the top. Don't come to someone's door looking like a mess. You want to be presentable and professional, um, and at least look the part, but be different enough for them to have some sort of trigger in their head saying that this guy is different without even talking to them. That's what you want. That little peek in the door to get your foot in, right? So I hope this video helps. It was a quick tip for door knocking. Same thing with the phones, but I'm not going to get into that. Be someone different, right? That's what gets people to open up a little bit. And if you have the skill, you have the confidence, everything down the road, you can take this conversation, this lead, this prospect a long way, right? So stay tuned for more videos. Still gonna make the video of me reviewing my real estate career at the age of 18. Tell you, it's quite an experience, all right? So stay tuned for the next video. Crush it this week. Boom!